Hello, everyone. Thank you for waiting the extra half hour that we needed to get started. But we do have a big show for you tonight. A lot of stuff. Jeff's segment's kind of awesome. I do want to tell you, Jeff, your segment, the last two things are not paranormal whatsoever. One is like a Mandela with animals, and then the other one is just to make us have a nice laugh in between everything.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, sadly Karen's in the chat. We also have Boston Ray, who was first today, and Roger. Good to see you. And thank you for posting it, Ray. Really, I appreciate that. If you want to hop on, you're welcome to. Hey, John Nada, good to see you. It's nice coming on early once in a while.
Hey, Ray, John Nada, Sadly Karen, and Roger.
Mm-hmm. There's 9 of you watching, so you workers better come say hi.
And the rest of you.
Jose, I know you're lurking. I know Jose is lurking. Graffiti Tattooed, welcome. We need to give you a...
Whoa. Do you see
What?
what John Nada wrote? Fillmore changed back.
Yes. John Nada has been emailing me, but I cannot get into my email at the moment.
Did it really?
Huh?
Did it really change back?
Yeah, he's been sending me all sorts of stuff. I need to cover it, but I can't get into my email. Welcome to the 1500 Club, Graffiti Tattoo. And there's Jose.
Jose.
Jose says, shh. Yeah,
Oh
it is
my
early.
God.
What? Yeah, I know.
Oh my God. This is the first flip-flop I have ever witnessed. This is huge.
Yeah, John Nada has sent me so much stuff.
What? Oh my God. I've never experienced a flip-flop until just now.
I tried to go to Gmail on the web, and it will not autofill my password, and I can't remember my password. That's a problem. I should reset it. But the app, when I open the app, it just quits automatically. So I'm waiting for an update to hit the App Store so I can get back into my email. Yeah, Sagarm says, wow. John Nada says, me either, Jeff. And he's going to the city soon to get a pic of the street sign. I mean, John Nada, if you don't mind sharing the city, we can always check it out on Google Maps.
I've been waiting for a flip-flop to happen to me for 5 years. This
really?
Is so cool.
So you weren't affected by the Houston, we have a problem?
I didn't know that either way as far as the movie went, but I entered the community after that already happened. I didn't know.
Interesting.
So when I entered the community, all of that stuff already happened already.
Karen says, I peeped some leaves today. Jeff, were you here for that?
No.
Oh. Karen, we covered it recently. There is a folder in there. She sent me, like, you know how like people go, some people will actually travel to New England to see the leaves change color.
Mm-hmm.
And I call it traveling to see the leaves change. Or going to view the leaves change color. Or just go check out the leaves changing color. That's what I said. Apparently leaf peeping is a word, and so is leaf peeking with a K. That's the word for it. I even found articles for the love of autumn stops calling it leaf peeping.
Now I remember.
Okay, now you do. Good. Hey, Richard. Hey, Jackie. So we can get started because we're going to jump into some rewinds first. The first one, I don't think many people knew, but it's from Mandela, And the whole point is to fight YouTube on it, because the last time I showed it, I muted it or trimmed it out because they gave me a copyright. Well, we're not doing that. I'm fighting it because I won. Thank you to Ray. Ray said, no, you're not going to risk your channel. Fight it. And I won for Dock of the Bay. I won. I can leave it in with no copyrights. So I'm going to do that again for this one. I'm going to fight this one.
Jackie has a question I'm going to answer. What did Jeff say about the It movie? My memory is that it was a movie, not a miniseries. The year is correct for me, 1990. But I remember it as a movie, and now it's a miniseries. So I am affected by that. Not as affected as Jackie, but affected.
And I did respond to Jackie's comment. It was a miniseries for me, as well as a couple other Stephen King. There were a couple other Stephen King miniseries, like The Stand was like a 2-part special. And then there was another one. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't The Mist. It has to do with a blizzard. The Storm? I think it was called The Storm. That was another miniseries for me. Ray says, yes, fight Sandy. Good job. Thank you. Hey, that's all because of you. I was scared to fight because it always says something about losing your channel. I did not lose my channel. Knocking on wood. Yeah, Salem's Lot is now a miniseries. I did not know that one. That was a movie for me. Now that one was a movie for me. Salem's Lot was a movie. You're saying it's a miniseries now.
That one I'm not with.
Richard Minnick also recalls it being a movie.
Yeah, it was definitely a movie.
Wait, let's be clear. Hold on, wait. It was a movie. There are now like 3 or 4 different versions of it. Do you recall the 1990 miniseries being a movie?
Yes.
No. I'm asking Richard.
I didn't even know about any other ones. That's the only one I was aware of.
Richard says, crazy how things change between realities. And John Nana says, my parents went and saw that movie. What kind of Emmys are we doing tonight? We're doing a couple rewinds, including a Halloween one. I think we're doing an update. I used the wrong folder last night. There's a little bit more added to it. I think that one's included. I forget what the middle rewind is. And then we're also covering Apollo 11, Not in the Way You Think. The Last Supper, also Not in the Way You Think. And the passage I talked about, the wording I talked about, which is found in the Nicene Creed.
On that note, we better get started.
Yes, let's get started. I'm just waiting for, you're not presenting, so I wasn't doing anything.
Because I do have a time limit.
Yeah. Richard does not recall a miniseries for it.
My friend had the movie. It was a miniseries. He would have told me he was a huge fan of Stephen King.
I was too.
Definitely no miniseries for me. Absolutely not.
All right, guys. Again, when I showed this before, most people had no idea. Maybe you guys will. Who knows? But the Monster Mash is now Monster Mash. Where's the? Anyway, is different from how I remember it. All right, you can go on. 2 things have changed in the song. The Monster Mash, in quotes, because I remember the, for me. Please fill in the 3 blanks. The top 2 are the same. It's what the girls in the background sing. So the zombies were having fun, and they go, wahoo, and then what do they sing? And then the crypt blank 5. And the blank word is K blank R. With their vocal group, the crypt blank 5. 5. Richard says it was the Monster Mash. I agree. I'll do an update for this Mandela-ween. Don't worry. Teresa's in the chat. Hey, Teresa. And Teresa says, keeper. Okay, Teresa, that's the second part. What about the first part? The background singers, they sing Wahoo, and then what? Oh, wait, John Nada says kicker. Richard says keeper. Wahoo Monster Mash, says John Nada. Jeff says hi, Teresa, even though he can speak. Hi, Maria. John says hi, Teresa. Monster Mash or the Monster Mash. It's okay if you don't know. Teresa, you can join us if you want. You have the link. John Nada will be right back. It's okay, Teresa. Anybody else going once? Going twice? The Monster Mash. They're still talking about the song. Hey, Splatter. Okay, but the question isn't about the title, guys. The question is, the top two are the same. The red box is up there. The zombies were having fun. Wahoo. What do they sing? The background. The girls in the background. And then the crypt blank 5. Now, some of you already answered. Hey, Dave. Good luck, Teresa. Jeff, do you know any of this?
No.
Okay. We can go on.
I should, because I did a parody of the song, so I had to look at the lyrics.
Plus, you had to listen to the song and know the music, right? Oh boy. Oh no. Jeff's crashing on us, isn't he? If he crashes, you know what's going to happen, guys. Jeff, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, you're there. Okay. I was about to go to technical difficulties.
Oh, it was supposed to play.
Yeah. Instead, you closed the whole folder out.
I thought it was malfunctioning on me again.
Richard looked it up. He said it was not tennis shoe. I know. It was Wahoo, Wahoo for me. That's what we're going to show you. People like remembering it like I do. In my past, for the high, let's say, higher middle verse, they'd sing Wahoo, Shoopy Doop Wahoo. Like these guys sing it. Wahoo, Shoopy Doop Wahoo. Go ahead,
Yeah.
hit play.
I remember that.
Okay, hit play. They sing it the way I remember.
And the party has just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Rocky Love,
Okay, so we can go to the next slide. It's not Shoopy Doop Wahoo. It is Wahoo Tennis Shoe. And it was not tennis shoe.
Wait, that's actually in the lyrics?
Yes, they sing Wahoo Tennis Shoe Wahoo. No way.
What?
And it is Crypt Kicker. John Nada got the current reality, but I remember Crypt Keeper.
Crypt Keeper, yeah.
What the heck's a Crypt Kicker?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I know. No. It's all stupid. They're kicking with the tennis shoes.
Yeah. That has to be some kind of message of some sort.
Yeah, kicking with tennis shoes. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it on the screen before it crashed. I got you. So here is current reality of Crypt Kicker 5.
What?
Richard says. Tennis shoe, like WTF drugs were they on in this new reality?
Right?
Maria says, that's what I remember. I don't remember tennis shoe.
I don't think anybody does. So here it says with their vocal group, the Crypt Keeper 5.
Karen says it was the mash. It was the monster mash. Yes.
Oh, no, it skipped on me again. Here we go.
Yep, Crypt Keeper. Crypt. Can't speak. Crypt Kickers. That says
Crypt
kickers,
Kickers
not kicker.
and
And there's Crypt
Keeper.
Keeper 4. Mm-hmm.
Crypt Keeper. All right, I guess that's it for that one.
Yep, it was a nice, short, sweet one. And if they copyright me on that little bit of music again, I'm fighting it. Thanks to Ray. Well, you guys actually remembered more than other people did. So thank you. I was pretty alone when I presented this one. Jeff, if the next one looks familiar, Jeff is muted. Let's see. Okay, this one is not the familiar one. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have to take my medicine, so I'm going to mute.
All right. Have you ever seen pine cones growing from the ground? These aren't pine cones, though. They're ground cone plants. Bushnia, what is that? Bushniaceae family.
Good enough.
A parasitic plant that has lost its ability to convert energy from the sun into chlorophyll. They grow at the base of their host, which is usually a tree, but can also be a bush like blueberry bush and grow straight up from the ground 6 to 12 inches tall. They do not pose a detectable health risk to the host and may have some benefits first. They produce nuts underground that bears eat and humans eat after roasting. There are also a ton of health claims not scientifically proven surrounding this plant in native and Chinese medicine.
Look at the long laundry list of things that it helps. We have, they nourish the kidneys in tonic form, curing impotence in men, strengthening the heart, easing constipation, alleviating skin rashes, increasing memory retention, and treating coughs.
That's why we never heard of them. They don't want us to know.
It can also make cats react with the catnip response. And it can be used as a whole plant, dried, ground, and used as a topical application, and sometimes smoked in a pipe.
But scientists are studying the ground cone because it has anti-carcinogenic properties and may one day lead to a cure for cancer. And there they are, and there they go. That's the last one.
Yeah, the yellow one in the bottom corner looks like the shampoo plant that we covered, except it was red. But it looks like the shampoo plant. The one you can squeeze and shampoo comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nuts.
Never seen these ever.
I know. All right, so the next one's going to look familiar. We're going to skip to the end because I added a part the following year and we didn't cover that part. So even though it looks familiar from last night, it's different. So last night we covered, at least I think that's the one I included, right? The jack-o'-lanterns.
What do you mean? We got this one here, the monsters.
Oh, I didn't include it. All right, never mind. All right, so this is one we're covering because I have more to cover, I think, this year. So I just want to note before we get started, I've covered the Munsters before. The color of Herman being violet, not green. Many said they only saw him in black and white. This plays a major role in this presentation. So, yes or no in the chat, do you recall Herman Munster being violet? Ever? Anybody? Yes or no? Jeff, do you recall Herman Munster being violet? Ever? Jeff, are you with me?
Only green. Only green.
Only green. John Nada says no. Only saw it in black and white, says Maria. So no. Well, Teresa and I both have questions about the TV show, The Munsters. I will start with Teresa's fine. Not violent. Credit Teresa Lynch, true or false? The cast of The Munsters were a rock band that recorded and sold albums. So in your past, was that true or false? Noise Guru was here last night. So possibly busy because we're not usually on this early. So, or yes or no? Maria says no. A rock band? No, says Dave. No, I'm talking about they recorded albums and sold albums. John Nada. Sadly, Karen says no. Jeff, what do you say?
Well, before I knew the answer, I would have said no.
Okay. And John Nada says yes, the Groovy Ghoulies. All right, we can go on. Not the Groovy Ghoulies, just the Munsters. It is true. We have found 2 albums and 1 photo of the Munsters performing. Teresa and I have no memory of this being a thing. Do you remember this? So it's an album titled The Munsters. And I think I have their songs on the next slide. Yeah. So it was just the Munsters, not the Groovy Ghoulies. Yes, Groovy Ghoulies was a cartoon. I do remember that. Because it says, look, Butch Patrick is Eddie Munster. So they're playing themselves. The songs are at the Munsters. Herman says hello. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to read it. It takes all kinds of people. Everyone is welcome. Meet our pets. Meet Grandpa. Alphabet song. Eddie. I wish everyone was born this way. When will I find a boy like me? And nice of you to drop in. And they had other, there was at least 2 albums, like we said, the red one and the other one.
The old standards.
That's a lot of guitars for a band. Look at them.
I guess they did the Monster Mash of their own. The
I
Monster
guess
Mash.
Now, see, that's a missed opportunity. If the Munster Mash is not on one of those albums,
Right?
that's a missed opportunity.
How do they not come up with that? That would have been good.
All right, go on. My question is multi-part. The first question is, not including the 2022 Rob Zombie film, do you remember any Munster feature-length movies? So not including the one that was recently done in 2022. Do you recall any feature-length movies of the Munsters?
Nope.
Hey, Mr. Super.
Hey, Mr. Super.
Maria is a no. Sally Karen is a no. Dave is no. John Nada is no. Okay, we can go on. There are two movies that I have never heard of. The Munsters Revenge, starring the original cast in 1981, and another which I need to ask you more about. 1981. You're going to tell me we didn't hear about that.
Right?
We didn't see it.
We would have been watching that.
All right, let's go on question 2. I found this film right after Halloween, so I was going to save it for this year's Mandela. But since Teresa wanted to cover it's supposed to be monsters, I thought I'd combine them. When I looked at it again this week, I realized the title had changed. So my next question is, and there's Herman Munster in that blue-violet color right there, for those of you that remember him green. If you are familiar with it, what is the title of their first movie? The 1966 full-length film. Blank, go home. Richard just says no. I think he was answering the first question.
Wouldn't it be Monsters Go Home?
Yeah, I would think so. That might be what it is. Who knows? I don't remember. It's just 2
I don't
years
think
ago.
anybody's ever heard of it anyway.
Not really, but probably Munster, says Richard. So what did you say? You said Munsters, right, Jeff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he says Munster. That might be the issue.
Could be, yeah.
Maria says no. Sadly, Karen says Munsters with an S. I think that's what it is. I think it didn't make sense for me that there was no S. Let's go on and check and see what it is.
Yep.
It is. There's no S. I think it should be Munsters Go Home, not Munster. America's Funniest Family in their first full-length feature in Technicolor. So when everyone says, I only saw them in black and white, there was a movie and we should have seen them in color. And notice that Herman Munster is not green. Not green. When I found this back in October 2022, the title was Munsters Go Home. But since then, it has changed to Munster. I know it was Munsters. So I had seen it. The reality I was in was Munsters. And then when I went to put this together, I must have shifted realities to the Munster reality. Because it is Munster.
Now, I did see him in green in the reboot series in 1988 that I used to watch.
Correct. And in the Rob Zombie film, he's green.
Yep.
And in some of the images here, he's green. Which is why I'm showing them to you. They're all different.
Yeah, that shouldn't be. There should be no variation at all. No.
That's okay. So here's Munsters Go Home residue.
Whoa, $600. What?
I don't even know what that is. It's just, I think it's the original poster. That's why.
Who's going to spend that on that? It's ridiculous. I mean, I guess there's somebody who would.
Hey, Valley Parks. Thank you for watching on Rumble. You are awesome. And Sadly Karen. And Splatter, because I know you guys all watch on Rumble sometimes. So thank you so much for doing that. Yep. All residue of Munsters.
Go home. And Munsters Go Home. They can't make up their mind what the title is.
Exactly.
Same issue here.
Mm-hmm.
There's Munster Go Home.
With Monsters Go Home underneath.
Yeah. Movie poster. What is that? $535? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for the original movie posters. Oh, thank you, Valley Parks. But I will tell you, if you want more people to chat with, YouTube is where it's at for the live chats.
That's the last one for that.
And now we're on to your segment. So while you're pulling that up, I haven't played this in a long time. Here we go. And hello, Karen on Rumble with Valley Parks. Jeff, how we doing with the present with the folder?
Oh yeah, here we go.
All right, so there's some strange stuff in here, I gotta say. There's also some goofy stuff in here, and like I said, the end is just funny. It's just funny. But pay attention to this. It's saying strange news from 1992. Everything's a plan.
Videotape that shows clearly what happened when the president fell ill. Here's White House correspondent Ann Compton.
Here's something odd I came across. This is President Bush Sr., not to be confused with his son, a later president. And in 1992, he vomited on the Japanese prime minister and then fainted. Now, the odd things. Firstly, I don't remember this happening at all. But now there's all these clips on YouTube I'm just seeing. Secondly, watch his wife. That's Barbara Bush, who some say is Aleister Crowley's daughter. As soon as she sees he's going to vomit, she darts over to cover his mouth and nose. Possibly the worst thing you could do, right? Was she trying to hide something being seen from camera? And thirdly, look at this news clip. They are about to report that the president, the same day, then suddenly backtrack.
This just into CNN headline news, and we repeat, or we say right off the bat, we have not confirmed this through any other source. We are now getting a correction. We will not give you that story. It was regarding some rather tragic news involving President Bush, but...
ABC News has obtained a videotape
pause
that shows
it,
clearly
pause.
what happened.
So one, does anyone remember that happening?
Absolutely. They
You
made a
do
lot
remember.
of jokes about it on the radio, on TV. He was really getting made fun of hardcore for that.
Richard Minnick said, I think he died or was taken out.
Well, he didn't, because we saw him after that.
Okay, sadly, Karen says yes. Richard said, yes, I think he was replaced. Maria says no. No, I don't remember this at all. Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to be a split reality thing. I have no memory of it whatsoever, like the guy who was making this video. And I do find it odd that they were about to report that he died while he was still alive.
That's interesting. That I definitely don't remember.
And I also find it strange that she did cover his mouth like that. That is the worst thing you can do to someone who's vomiting. Like, what was that? Like, what was that? Like, I don't know.
That was very strange. Let's watch the rest of that video.
Oh, you already watched it. It's over.
Oh,
It
that
was
was it?
repeating. Yeah, it was repeating.
Oh, okay. No, I wanted more.
I'm sorry. You can replay it if you want.
All right, let's go on.
Yeah.
Okay, me and my dad were just sitting here watching Fox News, and I think we just...
We're going to actually see this twice because multiple people uploaded this. So this is the first version. The second version is a little bit closer so you can see more. I want your answer in the chat what you guys think this is. So let's watch.
Just accidentally seen Fox News. It's just showed either angels or demons coming in after a missile just hit, and maybe it's a Grim Reaper. I don't know, but it has wings. Go ahead, Dad, play it. You'll see it. It starts in from up here. It comes. Okay, me and my dad were just sitting here watching Fox News.
Got cut off.
And I think we just accidentally seen Fox News. It's just showed either angels or demons coming in after a missile just hit, and maybe it's a Grim Reaper. I don't know, but it has wings. Go ahead, Dad, play it. You'll see it. It starts in from up here. It comes down and does a swirl. It comes down, and there's another one that pops in over here.
She's contributor and former national security advisor to President Trump and VP Pence. First, your reaction.
Now rewind it in slow-mo.
Dad does not rewind it in slow-mo. He forgets how to do that.
Now fast forward it in slow-mo, how you did it earlier, because I could see its wings flapping and everything.
He just plays it again. Maybe it is in slow-mo and it's just not that slow.
Advisor.
There it is.
Yeah.
First, your reaction.
You think it's a bird?
No, there's two.
That's too big to be a bird.
Yeah. No, the other one's right there, I think. Yep. It pops in here and then just disappears because it pops in out of nowhere.
All right, so if you go to the
Okay,
next
me and my dad
slide,
were just sitting here.
the next one has the same thing from a different person. It's got a little bit closer.
So this thing just showed up on Fox News after a missile strike. Let me know what you think it is, because some people are saying it's an angel, some people are saying it's the Grim Reaper. I don't see an angel there. I'm sorry, that's not an angel. Ooh, okay, let me know what you think. Bye. So this thing...
It's hard to tell what it is.
Yeah. All I know is it's not a bird.
No.
And I don't think it's an angel either.
Nope. Me either. I don't know what I think it is.
Matrice.
Any like supernatural
What's this
or
one?
like
So
spirit
this is
explain
one of those look in the Matrix. Is it just playing?
a couple of weeks ago, and my mom has been clearing out her house. Ellie has a camera installed on the inside of her house, so it just faces her.
Oh, Jeff, you got it.
This thing there.
Take it down. You got to start over. It's playing multiple things at once. You got to like add to the screen again. Yeah, I think that's what it is, a dark demon or the Grim Reaper. I have heard near-death experiences of the Grim Reaper coming and taking people down.
Okay, that was weird. Why did it do that?
That's why I removed you from the screen. It does it sometimes. It's a StreamYard, not StreamYard.
Really
That's a
annoying.
Flickr bug. I believe you guys remember it. I don't remember it at all. It is also possible that I was a 16-year-old girl who did not care about the news and just didn't see it.
I think that's the most likely thing because it was all over the news and like they were making fun of it on like the talk shows and at night and everything. It was all over the place.
Mm-hmm. But again, the main part about it is they were about to announce that he was dead and was not.
That's
his wife
interesting
covered
part.
his mouth.
That's the interesting part. Looked
Like
like they
she
were
was
about to announce.
smothering him.
Looked like they were about to announce he was dead, and then they stopped him, right?
Yeah. And then it looks like his wife is smothering him.
Yeah.
Just crazy. All right. Have a great night, Karen. Thank you for being here for a little bit in the chat.
Good night, Karen.
It is late. Go to bed, please. All right. Back to this one.
Okay.
Ring camera catches glitch in the matrix.
All right.
Any like supernatural or like spirity people that can explain these next videos, please watch this. So my nanny passed away a couple of weeks ago, and my mom has been clearing out her house. Nanny has a camera installed on the inside of her house, so it just faces her living room, her front door, and her stairs. You'll see it in the next clips. But the past couple of days, something really weird has happened. So no one else has a key to my nanny's house apart from my mum, so that's really important for this. So this is the first step. Here's my mum leaving my nanny's house. This is around 3:30. And she doesn't come back until the next morning. So there's nothing on the floor. There's nothing in sight. Specifically
Nothing
at
on
the
the
door,
floor
there's
is the
nothing
case.
left there. So my mum leaves, doesn't come back, and nobody else comes into the house. This is in the next morning. My mum is so confused because there's a gift bag left at the door. Nobody has had access to this house. The ring camera didn't pick up any motion in between my mum leaving and my mum arriving back with any person detected. So this is what was left at the door. She's so confused. She says she remembers leaving that bag upstairs. There's a pair of slippers in it. And I'll show you what the bag said, like what the gift bag actually said. So it says on it a little something just for you, which is like so strange because gift bags usually say like happy birthday or Merry Christmas or things like that. But the fact it says this is so weird, but the next clip is where it gets even weirder. So like I said, there's been no motion of a person detected in the house. It's literally just been my mum leaving, my mum coming back, but the ring camera like records through the night or just constantly. So I'll show you the next clip. This video is not edited. Watch right here. I'm just going to show it again. I just don't understand how a bag can just appear literally out of thin air. Like even if the ring camera is recording in frames, like not continuously recording, how did that bag just appear? And if it like fell down the stairs somehow, or how is it landing up the way? So if anyone has any explanation, please let me know, because we are all so confused and have no idea how it even got there.
I would hope that people don't fake things talking about their recently deceased grandmother. But the mom did look extremely confused. I will say that.
Yeah, we've shown that one before.
We have?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that before.
But we've shown it or you've seen it?
Oh, yeah, both.
I don't remember showing that one.
Yeah, it was on my segment already several months ago.
That's weird.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Well, we can go on the next one.
Matrice.
Okay, what is this
So-
one then?
This is a glitch in the matrix of a cat not moving. I mean, people are going up to it now. They don't touch it. I wish they would touch it. But the cat's not moving, so let's just watch. They're speaking Italian, so. Or Portuguese. What do they speak in Malta?
Evidence of the Matrix.
Bug dans la matrice.
Just
Mat-
That's
people
so
on the
weird.
street staring at a cat, not moving.
Wow. That is really weird.
Yeah. I mean, if it was just, you could freeze frame it and all, but you got all these people staring at it. Kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. They were saying evidence of the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in another language, I could tell that's what they were saying. Oh, literally.
That's the thing.
It says
I
Matrix.
would call, Richard says I call fake on these frozen videos because special editing allows you to freeze objects. Yeah, but you got people that, like one guy's from a store, another woman's walking by, the guy comes up recording. I mean, I guess they could all be actors, but it's more the people's reaction that makes me think it might be real.
Yeah. If it is fake, they got a stuffed cat or fake cat.
Yeah, that's what Dave says, taxidermy cat.
Yeah, taxidermy. That's the word I was looking for.
Video of what appears to look.
It could be a practical joke too, or someone put it out to see what people do.
Yeah.
In which case, the people are reacting. Their reaction is real, not knowing there's a taxidermy cat sitting on the sidewalk that someone put out there.
Right.
Like the guy recording.
You always have to go with that first. Like, what's that term? I hate the term, but it's, it applies. Before you call something this or that, you have to think of it logically. Okay, what could it be? And then when you eliminate all of those logical things, that's when you arrive at, okay, this is a Mandela effect, or this is the Matrix, or this is this, or this is that. What's that term? You know the term?
Debunking?
No, there's a term.
I would just say logical thinking. Maybe I have heard the term, but I don't know what the term is off the top of my head.
This is going to drive me crazy now.
Something fallacy, maybe?
No.
If anyone knows the term he's talking about, let me know.
But it's what you go with. It's logical thinking. But there's a term for it. Like you go with that first before you arrive at, okay, this is supernatural, or this is a Mandela effect, or whatever.
Razor something, Richard Minnick says.
What is it?
Razor something?
Occam's razor.
Occam's razor, yeah.
Yeah, so you use Occam's razor first. You got to go with that first. And then
the most logical reason is usually the correct.
Exactly.
But listen, so those of you that don't believe in the moon, this is supposedly taken with like a telescope. So
Look like some type of ship or UFO object coming out of the moon. With the hundreds of videos that are populating all over the internet, I've seen all sorts of UFO videos, but this one here definitely got my attention. Because when I look at this video, obviously the quality is absolutely perfect. And it doesn't look like CGI or some sort of AI video.
There is Stanley Kubrick and
video of what appears to look like perfect. And it doesn't look like CGI or some sort of AI video. And what we can see is some sort of Tic Tac UFO, the same Tic Tac UFO the Navy claimed they chased here in the United States. What?
Okay, so now we're leaving the moon and going to debunking the moon. Landing. No, you skipped.
There is Stanley Kubrick and there is the Apollo 11 logo on the camera. Here is Stanley Kubrick examine the first footprint of the man walking on the moon, Neil Armstrong. There is Stanley Kubrick and a set with an astronaut on wires. Here is Stanley Kubrick from the front. There is another view of the set with a lunar model and operators in front of a huge moon model and an operator with camera. Artists who are painting the moonscape on huge canvas. Another view of the moon simulator and an operator in front of. Rails for a moving camera, filming the models to simulate approaching the moon surface, while the models were on the left and on the right side of the rails, and the canvas was on the top. Here the camera is filming the top, so the canvas on rails. Artists are painting the canvas, and there is the canvas hanging from the top side. So the moving camera on rails below this canvas can film this, and this is what it looks like. Here is the moving camera on rails, filming the canvas. There is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Isn't it? And John Nada, there's Noise Guru. Hey, Noise Guru.
You know, Noise Guru.
John Nada was asking for you.
For mankind.
Hmm?
One huge production for mankind.
Yeah. And I know Joe's been here, but hey, Joe. Joe Boer's here. All right, and next is we need to use our ears. I actually made this a short and I uploaded it today because it's hard to hear, so I isolated the sound and replayed it a couple times. And I know it's another Occam's razor thing. What do you guys think this sound is? So here we go. Next slide. Oh, not that one.
Thunder sounds bizarre. What is that? I'm a 7th generation Floridian, and I have never heard thunder like that. What is that?
So again, that's the short I made. Anybody have any clue what that noise is in the thunder? Hey, Bellator. You want to hear it again?
Should I play it again?
I mean, yeah, I was asking if you had any idea what it could be.
No.
It is every time it thunders.
And I have never heard thunder like that.
I thought it could be a bird with a weird call, but why does it happen every time it thunders?
What is that?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what that could be. What's this next one?
UFOs.
It was also captured by a plane pilot in 2022 while flying over Medellin. Check this out.
Whoa.
So whatever it is Zona Desconhecida captured on camera that day, it could just be another one of these mysterious objects. But I'm gonna leave it up to you. What do you think is going on here? Is this a legit sighting, or is it something else entirely? What's your take?
It sure plays again. So in the chat for the previous one, it's actually a bird, says Noise Guru. Like I said, that was my first thought, except it only happens every time it thunders. It's artificial sounding, says Richard Minnick. Herb Man Thunder. Echo off the dome, says Dave. Could be harp or weather manipulation, says Maria.
Well, that
Okay,
last one
yeah.
was clearly a UFO.
Yes, clearly a UFO. What happened to the rest of the folder?
It was messing up on me.
So
I gotta go back to it again.
a very odd echo, said Splatter. Richard said that the UFO is a secret project craft. Sounds like ice cracking on a big pond, says Bellator.
All right.
Okay, this is a supposed haunting. And I just wanted you to take note of everything on the wall behind this person. I truly believe that most hauntings are demons. And this woman just seems to be asking for demons. There's like moons and stars and crystals and occult type stuff. So Here we go.
Video on her hair when this was captured.
Hi. A lot of people wanted to see what my hair looks like from the back. So before I show you what the back looks like, I just want to show you. Okay. You see how this is very long? It's like got like this super long piece for some reason. This side doesn't. It's just chopped plumb the fuck off. Like a good chunk of my hair is just off. Now's a good time to tell we got ghosts. I just seen the phone move and have a big ass crystal in front of it so it doesn't fall. So just to let y'all know. Okay, now the back of my hair. God dang it. It's trying to trip me out. I'm scared to reach down for it. I'm scared it'll get me. She's nice most of the time. Okay. Let's try to pick it back up one more time so you can see the back of my hair. Oh my God, look at it. Like, and just for reference, this is the big ass crystal that I just had in front of this phone. There's no way it fell. It just moved again. And I haven't even touched it yet. Oh no. Ghost don't get me. Okay. So I'm going to see the sides. Like my bangs, I've had to like fix my bangs myself. But this is what it looks like if I don't straighten pieces of it. And like, it's just a whole mess. God dang it. That scared me. Okay. What the fuck was that? Did you see that? Like it ran. Oh no, absolutely not. No. Okay, I swear, if I did not just catch that on camera, I'm gonna be really upset because I seen it move like across here. I swear. And now I see like a light strand. That's not what just went by. Like I seen a whole. Please, ghost. This is a hair video. This is not your time to shine, okay? I will make a video for you, but this is not for you right now.
Linda is recording a video on her hair when.
So what do you think?
Oh, I'm muted. That's what I said. So what do we think? Unless there was somebody else in that room, but it didn't sound like there was.
No. But I think the ghost made it a much more interesting video than whatever.
Yes, I do too.
Like, who cares about her bad haircut? The ghost is much more interesting.
Maria says that happened to me. Something cut my hair.
Oh, is that what she was saying?
I don't know if that's what she was talking about or not.
Because that would be relevant.
It would be relevant. It would have been relevant to add it to the video on the TikTok, but you know, it was not there. So John Nye says I wouldn't play around like that. You don't live in that house anymore.
4th of 2024 to place it at Branson's house, to place it at grandparent in with numerous.
Oh, here goes again. Someone could be on the floor moving it too. It's all off camera. That is true. But like I said, I don't know. I sense like there's no one else there. It's too quiet. Could be wrong.
So why does this keep messing up on me?
Ghosts, I agree that ghosts don't usually do that sort of stuff, but poltergeists do. That is a flicker bug.
We're going to have to save some next time if it continues. Because I don't have
No. We got. I saved the best for last. No. It's a flicker bug. It happens sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is creepy. I have to say. The guy's alone in a bathroom. He shows you the whole bathroom. So let's go. It's a public bathroom at a college.
Was taken inside a public restroom where something pretty creepy took place. The man who recorded this is known as Axel Loza, and based on his voice alone, you can tell that he's deeply troubled by something. Axel states that no one else is in the restroom except him. Now this is odd, considering that he just heard noises coming from one of the stalls, but each one is empty. So, as an attempt to get this on camera, he begins to record and captures this.
Nuevamente quiero que vean, estoy ahorita en el baño de la universidad. El pedo ahorita es que acabo de terminar de hacer el baño y pues estaba todo normal, pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean
That moaning whine
que
thing
pues
is
no hay
not,
nada.
it's just
Vean,
the
ahí está
soundtrack.
mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada, vean. Acá tampoco, vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Aquí pues tampoco, vean. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, uy. ¿Escucharon?
That would scare the crap out of me.
¿Escucharon?
Right here, you can see something move, and then he looks over and there's nothing there.
No hay nada.
They will slow it down and show it to you. It's like white tape.
As if it wasn't already startling to hear the banging noises, we see this, a face suddenly appearing in a stall that was clearly empty. It happens quickly, but not so fast that we miss it. Only do we realize what was seen until after it happens, or at least that's what happened with Axel. It was only after reviewing the footage that he noticed the face. Just like viewers, he was left terrified by what was caught behind the door. Like something out of a nightmare, a pale face with wide open eyes just disappears without a trace. Now Axel hasn't said much or given updates on this occurrence, but with or without further context, the video itself is still pretty terrifying. 4th of 2024, a video was taken inside a public restroom where
Hey,
something...
RC. Hey, Preliminal. I agree, Joe. And you can't take them out or you lose the words that are important. Jeffrey, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go to the next one. Dave says it's water pipes hammering in the wall.
Example of something that...
Now this, I think, is edited. What do you guys think? Jeff? Oh no. Jeffrey.
can seem to break reality and give you a headache at the same time. CCTV cameras in this building caught this man going up the stairs, yet still what happens next is a pure glitch in the matrix. He accidentally walked below the tiles on the floor. This is impossible, but we saw it happen for ourselves and was caught on camera. The man in the video also realized for himself what just happened. He walks backwards and tries it again. Did he just break all the rules of science right before our eyes? Example of something that can seem to break reality and give you a headache at the same time.
I'm thinking green screen.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
I don't buy it either. I'm thinking green screen.
Mhm. Me too. Next.
Yeah.
What?
All right, so this one's TV. This guy thinks it's, well, just play. Just play it.
Is going on? That's Aaron Rodgers. And that's Aaron Rodgers. Are you Aaron Rodgers? You Aaron. Hey, what the hell? What is going on? That's Aaron Rodgers. And that's Aaron Rodgers. Are you Aaron Rodgers? You Aaron. Hey, what the hell? What is
no, and points to him.
That's Aaron.
What I don't understand. What is this supposed to be?
He thinks they're both Aaron Rodgers. They're clearly not. And then the guy in the stands looks at him, shakes his head no, and points at him.
I gotta watch it again.
Aaron Rodgers. And that's Aaron Rodgers. Are you Aaron Rodgers? You Aaron. Hey, what the hell? Oh, what
I think, here's my interpretation. He saw that clip, hit rewind, and then asked the question at the right time. The guy did that pointing at the camera, realizing he was on camera at the game.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
my interpretation.
Yep.
I just think it's funny.
And since I agree, moving on.
Go back.
Do you
Now
see
this
that?
one.
Look at that. Over here. Do you see that? Over here.
Okay, this comes from That Is
On the left.
Impossible. Oh no.
It's as if he quickly caught it on camera.
It's playing. It's when you skip
The
it, it
ghost
causes it.
of this,
That's what causes the
the
bug.
entity of this, of Tutankhamun.
I gotta remove you, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's what causes the bug when you skip over to a second one.
Yeah, well, it keeps doing that to me.
Good to see you too, Phenomenal.
Does
So
it
this
one
one,
time, we're skipping it.
this one is. I don't know what it is because the thing that we're about to see is it can't be a reflection because half of it is behind the glass and half of it is not behind the glass or plexiglass, whatever it is.
Okay. There we go.
All right, here we go. This is at a museum, King Tut. What's it called? You know, where they feature King Tut stuff.
See that? Over here.
So look at the reflection
On
on
the
the left.
left.
See a woman?
It's as if he quickly caught it on camera. The ghost of this, the entity of this, of Tutankhamun. What is going on here? So I sent a message. Look at that.
Now, if you look, the head is above the glass.
He states that there was no one next to him wearing any type of Egyptian clothing, which I kind of doubt. But being that we have so many paranormal activity happening recently, this could be a legit like something that actually happened. A glitch maybe, or paranormal activity. This is crazy. Look at that. Do you see that? Over here.
So do we see the face? And the eyes look like they're looking at the person with the camera.
Yeah.
And the thing that gets me is that the head is above the glass. And it moves. Like if you watch it, the head just moves. It's not like just an image of a head. The head moves.
Let's see.
On the left. It's as if he quickly caught it on camera. The ghost
It's not moving,
of
though.
this,
I understand.
the entity of this, of Tutankhamun. What is going on here? So I sent a message. Look at that.
Yep.
He states that he...
Yeah, it's moving, so that's just weird.
That is weird.
All right, so this one is Bigfoot, and they're saying no beef jerking around. Possible Sasquatch spotted in Oklahoma. And if this is real, see, the thing that gets me is the teeth, which I have screenshots afterwards to show you. Jeff believes it's completely fake, and it very well could be, but the teeth are what get me. So here we go. We're going to play it. So just chilling out, resting with a leaf. Notices the guy, turns its head, sits up to get a better look, And what you're about to see is the thing smiles. It's a creepy smile. So if you can, go to the next slide with the picture. So here's like step by step so you can see what we're looking at. And then you go to the next slide. And then we go to the next slide. Now here I want you to see there's no teeth. The mouth was closed. And then the mouth is open. And you can see like this white band of teeth. And the next slide will compare it so you can see mouth open and closed. So if this is a hoax, this was an expensive costume. Look at that creepy smile on the right. Like it's smiling.
How do we know it's a costume and not just some kind of fake CGI thing?
Could be that too.
And then it just ends. Then it's like he's just like running away or whatever. I don't know. It's not convincing enough for me. I want to believe it, but it's not convincing enough.
Mm-hmm.
You see this picture?
All right, so I'm going to tell you right here. I think it's the parallax effect, where you see something, and your brain tries to make it something. But let me see what you guys think. Here we go.
Do you notice anything in the forest? Let me highlight it for you. Do you notice it now? Kind of hard. It's pretty small. Let me enhance that and make it bigger so we can take a closer look. Do you see it now? Right about there? Let me highlight this one for you. Look inside the circle. What is that? Those are like two faces, but not human faces. Now I've got even a better view of that. But the closer you look, the more freaky it gets. Can you see that? What the heck is it? Right there in the circle. There's more than one thing. There's two things.
Yep.
Is that a Sasquatch? Is that a Bigfoot? Is that some weirdo? I don't know, but there's something there in the forest taking a peek. So what do you think? That those two creatures, beings, whatever, might be? Because if you ask me, whatever these are, they're freaky, baby. They're freaky. You see this picture? Do you notice?
That are closer. So there's some close-ups on the bottom. And I think it's a parallax effect. I think it's probably trees or rocks.
Could be, but I see what he sees.
I see what he sees too. Richard Minnick says, I can't take a cheese seriously.
Yeah.
Joe Bloor says, I'm cheesehead intolerant. I like Mr. Gillespie. Makes me laugh. Hello, Honorable Honest Hunter O'Harris. Looks legit, says Maria. Splatter said, Bigfoot is not real. Maria says, bearing its teeth aggression. Seems staged to me for the previous one. Hi, Red Storm. Good to see you. All right, we can go on. I think we're getting to the fun stuff now. Oh, no, first there's a creepy one, which I know most of you have probably seen, but I want to point something out. So we're playing it. This is an old one that's been going around for a while.
Oh my God, hello.
No. You see a goat or some random wild animal standing at your door on 2 feet, knocking on your door. That ain't the animal. That's a skinwalker, baby. That's a skinwalker.
Oh my God, hello.
It says knocked on my door.
No. No. You see a goat or some ring.
So if you go to the next slide, yeah. The goat was standing there and supposedly knocked on her door, and she recorded it saying how cute it was. Well, if you go to the next slide, here's the problem. Goat's eyes don't look like this. Goat's eyes, well, I don't even know how to describe them. They're like square. Give me a minute. I'm going to try to describe it as best as I can. Yeah, they're round, but the pupil is like a rectangle going through it. So they wouldn't be like, and they're not fully round. They're like an oval. So that fully roundness going on, and it's all black, that has me creeped out. And the veins popping out of the neck also has me creeped out. The horn things, creeped out. Yeah. Okay, pause. So this is a Mandela where, you know, dogs can talk now. He's going to say, "Mama, mama, I love mama." So here we go.
Mama.
Like I said, we're ending on a funny note. I think that's cute, but dog couldn't do that in my past. The last one is the most hilarious thing ever. It's just to be funny, and I hope I don't get a can you mute it, the next one? Because All Star is in it, and I don't want to get the copyright.
Yeah.
He just stands there. He doesn't move.
He just stands there, he doesn't move, so you move it out of the way, and the dog does this. This is the funny part. So it says, looked back at the security footage and this happened. So they're trying to figure out why their kitchen is flooded. The dogs came in with a hose. And that's when All Star starts playing. I just wanted to share it because it was so funny. Oh, that's it, guys. That's it for the thing. I just wanted to, it was hilarious. I had to share that one. All right, guys. Now we're on to the new stuff, and then we're gonna head out of here. Jeff.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. I did mention this a couple shows ago. This is going to be a long presentation. The Nicene Creed is wrong. 100% for me. It is Mandelaed in several places, and depending on your religion, it may be Mandelaed more. Or not at all. For me, it's 100% wrong. But I also need to ask you about a part of the creed first, and that's what I discussed a couple shows back. Note, the second blank can be one or more words. In both the Nicene Creed and the Bible, this sentence was spoken. Please tell me which words you remember and if you remember any variation. So Jesus, we're talking about Jesus here. Blank at the right hand of blank. So again, the second blank can be more than one word. What do you remember for the blank? Blank at the right hand of blank. Okay, Artsy says sat at the right hand of the Father, or of Father. sits for the first blank for splatter.
I think you know I have no idea about this at all. So
I do.
can't give you an answer.
I understand. It's okay. Red Storm says sits. Sat and father, says Maria. Do you guys mean the father or just father? Like I said, it can be more than one word. So far, no one has written what I remember. Artsy says the father. Yes. Joe Bloor says sits. The father or God, says Splatter. Thank you for the variation. I appreciate that. Maria says the father. Thank you. Ask it again. Blank at the right hand of blank. Noise Guru says resides at the right hand of God. Red Storm says the Father. Thank you, Red Storm. It's interesting that you guys remember 6. Joe Bloor says God. So Joe Bloor remembers sits at the right hand of God. All right. I'm going to tell you guys that I don't remember sits. I can go with sits, don't get me wrong. That's not what I remember. Oh, Emma's good. Thankfully, this sentence is still correct in the Nicene Creed, to my memory at least, not yours. That's okay. But my memory of this sentence no longer exists in the Bible. I have searched the New American Bible, which is the Catholic Bible I grew up with, as well as King James and the New International Version, just to make sure. What's with the forked beard? Yeah, I covered that. Jesus has a forked beard now, and most historical religious figures that have beards have forked beards now. All right, here we go. I remember seated, not sits, seated at the right hand of the Father. If you search these Bibles, they claim that the sentence appears in Hebrews, Acts, Peter, etc. But when you search, none say those words. Instead, God is used most, which I have marked with orange because I don't remember God being used, but I can agree to God being used. That's fine. God, I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with right hand of the majesty on high. So yes or no in the chat. Do you recall right hand of the majesty on high? Sag arm remembers sits and God. And then Red Storm says, yes, that's right. You mean seated at the right hand of the Father? So yes or no, guys? Does anyone remember seated at the right hand of the majesty on high? Maria is a no. Joe Bloor is a no. Seated sounds right also, says Artsy. And no, I don't think so, with the majesty on high. Splatter is a no. Supernatural Bible Changes, welcome, says no. Joe Bloor, no purple mountain majesties. Yeah, I agree. All right, we can go on. There's more. There's so much more. But the other variations I've never heard before. Majesty, Jesus physically in God's right hand, Jesus standing at the right hand of God. Do you guys remember any of these? So, seated him at his right hand in the heavenly realms. Anyone remember that one? Majesty on high. Jesus standing on the right hand of God. Standing on the right hand. Standing on God's right hand. This wording is weird. You can go on. Supernatural Bible Changer says, oh yeah, I just did video for Acts 7:5-6. It was sitting, not standing on the right hand. Right. Jesus said, I am, and you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of the power. That's what sent me down this rabbit hole. I've never heard it referred to as the power. The right hand of the power of God makes more sense, but I don't remember that. I don't remember power ever being in this passage. But for the most egregious one I spoke about last week, do you remember seated at the right hand of the power? I have never heard God referred to as the power before. A powerful God, yes, but not just the power. Is this new for you too? No to power. Power is a change too. All right, Jeff, we can go on. This is going to take a bit. I have to read a lot.
And you shall see the Son of Man.
Video clips of people remembering the power and just power, no the. The Ben Shapiro interview is how I stumbled upon this Mandela. So this guy is going to say power, not the power. If you want to restart it, it's a short clip.
Me, and you shall see the Son of Man, me, seated at the right hand of power, seated at the right hand of power.
Sitting at the right hand of the power. That coming on the clouds of heaven and seated at the right hand of the power.
And you shall see the Son of Man.
Okay, you can stop it. No to power, says Maria. No power hour, says Joe Bohr. The power is new for me. This reality's Bible is not matching my memory. All right, we can go on. Okay, now that one sentence is out of the way, it's time to tackle the Nicene Creed. A creed I know by heart, that I said out loud in church thousands of times over the years. Here is what I remember. Go ahead, Jeff. We believe in one God, the Father, the Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, of all things seen and unseen. We believe in the one Lord Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God, God from God, light from light, true God from true God, begotten, not made, one in being with the Father. Through him all things were made. For us men and for our salvation, he came down from heaven. And by the power of the Holy Spirit, I don't know why I didn't write power, by the power of the Holy Spirit, was born of the Virgin Mary and became man. Next slide. For our sins, he was crucified under Pontius Pilate. He suffered, died, and was buried. On the third day, he rose again in fulfillment of the Scriptures. He ascended into heaven and is seated at the right hand of the Father. He will come again in glory to judge the living and the dead, and his kingdom will have no end. We believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life. Next slide. Who proceeds. Next slide. Who proceeds with, that should say with, go back. That should say, who proceeds with the Father and the Son. With the Father and the Son, he is worshipped and glorified. He has spoken through the prophets. We believe in one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. We believe in one baptism for the forgiveness of sins and look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. Amen. And now I will read to you the current reality Catholic version, the version said in my church today. This is 1,000,000% a Mandela effect. This is not a case of the Vatican altering the creed. That's not true. I'm going to have an edit in a second. So the last time it was altered according to every source was 381 AD, but that again is not true. I searched everywhere. I couldn't find any alterations by man to the Nicene Creed until today. So the next slide is correction. The Vatican changed the Nicene Creed in 2011. That's still 13 years ago. You're going to tell me I did not hear this new way for 13 years? I don't believe it. It's definitely still a Mandela for me. There's no way. And the alterations that were made by the Vatican does not cover all the problems, all the incorrect inaccuracies in the Nicene Creed. So to be clear, the thing that they changed was instead of we believe, it's now I believe. So the I believe is because of the Vatican. Jeff, can you zoom in on this? It's really hard for me to read the top part. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's really close. I need to go lower. The con word. Consubstantial. Replaced one in being. All right, next. Below. No, below. Incarnate. By the Holy Spirit, instead of was born of the Virgin Mary, it's now was incarnate of the Virgin Mary. And all things visible and invisible instead of all things seen and unseen. So that is what the Vatican changed. Okay? Now, Jeff, I'm going to have you go to the next slide, and I am going to read what I remember while you're looking at what it is now, so you guys can see what's different as I read it. Does that make sense? I figured that would probably be the easiest way. So you can go to the next slide. All right. Can you zoom in on the top, the left white one so that they can see it easier? Actually, Jeff, I got an idea. Can you read, you read one line, then I'll read one line, so we can compare the two? It's easier that way.
One line where?
We're going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to be reading. Look, you're going to read the top line first, then I'm going to read the top line. We'll go back and forth so we can hear the differences.
Zoom in
the
on
white
it.
part. I want you to read the white part on the screen, starting at the top left. Read one line, then I'm going to say a line. Then we're going to go back and forth just to make just read the top line. You'll understand it as I do it.
Okay. I believe in one God.
We believe in one God. Now
the Father Almighty.
The Father, the Almighty.
Maker of heaven and earth.
Maker of heaven and earth.
Of all things visible and invisible.
Of all things seen and unseen.
I believe in one Lord Jesus Christ.
We believe in one Lord Jesus Christ.
The only begotten Son of God.
The only begotten Son of God.
Born of the Father before all ages.
Doesn't exist in my past.
God from God, light from light.
God from God, light from light.
true God from true God,
true God from true God,
begotten, not made, consubstantial with the Father,
begotten, not made, one in being with the Father. And now we know the we believe, I believe, and that word, and one in being with the Father, was changed by the Vatican. Go on.
through him all things were made,
Through him all things were made,
for us men and for our salvation.
for us men and for our salvation.
He came down from heaven,
He came down from heaven,
and by the Holy Spirit was incarnate of the Virgin Mary and became man.
and by the power of the Holy Spirit was born of the Virgin Mary and became man.
And that makes more sense. For our sake, he was crucified under Pontius Pilate.
Pontius Pilate.
Okay.
Yep, it's okay. For our sins, he was crucified under Pontius Pilate.
He suffered death and was buried and rose again on the third day.
He suffered, died, and was buried. On the third day, he rose again.
That sounds better. Okay. In accordance with the scriptures, he ascended into heaven.
In fulfillment of the scriptures, he ascended into heaven.
And is seated at the right hand of the Father.
And is seated at the right hand of the Father.
He will come again in glory.
He will come again in glory.
To judge the living and the dead, and his kingdom will have no end.
To judge the living and the dead, and his kingdom will have no end.
I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who proceeds from the Father and the Son.
We believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who proceeds with the Father and the Son.
Who with the Father and the Son is adored and glorified, who has spoken through the prophets.
With the Father and the Son, he is worshipped and glorified. He has spoken through the prophets.
I believe in one holy Catholic and apostolic church. I confess one baptism for the forgiveness of sins.
We believe in one holy Catholic and apostolic church. We believe in one baptism for the forgiveness of sins.
And I look forward to the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. Amen.
And look forward to the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. Amen. So
Okay.
as you can see, there's a lot of differences from what I remember, and only a handful of those differences were verifiably changed by the Vatican.
And your version is better. It just sounds
Well,
better. It's
not my version, but yes. This isn't just a missing S or added the. There are completely wrong words and sentences out of order. There's even a full sentence added that I've never heard in my life, born of the Father before all ages. Does the current version match your memory? I have not been looking at the chat. I'm sorry. Maria says, I'm not Catholic, so this is different from my church. And I do recommend those of you who are not Catholic, go look at, well, if you're saying it weekly, you're going to have the current memory. But if you haven't been going to church, if you haven't been saying it weekly, please go look at your Nicene Creed and see if it's different. All right, you can go on. Please keep in mind that each sect of Christianity has a slightly different variation. The Episcopal Church has 3 versions, and their version is the only one that still has seen and unseen. So it could be different in your religion and be Mandela in different ways. They have seen and unseen. The Episcopal version is closer to what I remember than the current one. For me. any of this a Mandela effect for you? Do you recall Jesus ever sitting at the right hand of the power? And is the Nicene Creed different from your memory? Please let me know in the comments below. And Jeff, can you please read the top? Just the sentence.
Which one? The Matthew 26:64?
Yeah, I just want them to hear in the Bible we have the power and just power. The red boxes.
Oh, the right hand of power. Right hand of power. Right hand of power of God.
So the bottom one is the power of God. And the top two from Matthew 26:64 and Mark 14:62 is just right hand of power. Not even the power, just power. Interesting. They're kind of a sync in the chat with Noise Guru, in a way. Like an opposite sync. All right, we can go to the next one. Do you want to read that one? Give me a little break. Thank you. That was a lot of reading. It's the Last Supper. And there's one more after that, guys. Apollo 11. No to the power, so splatter. Here we go.
I need to ask you another question about the Last Supper. You may already know this, but this is new to me, so I wanted to share. I also have a question about the location.
That on the night long.
I may be alone on this, and if so, maybe it's just info I never learned, but I have no memory of the Last Supper taking place in an upper room. Did you?
So that's the question. Wait. Yes or no in the chat. Did the Last Supper take place in an upper room for you? Yes or no? Jeff? Have you ever heard?
All this stuff, I have no idea.
Okay.
Anything religious in any religion, I have no idea.
Okay. Artsy says, huh. I'm asking if the Last Supper took place in an upper room for you. It was a cave, says Noise Guru. Yes, says Supernatural Bible Changes. Everjosh, hey. Everjosh says yes. I'm with Noise Guru. It was a cave. Actually, for me, it was more like a mud hut, like something dark.
See, unfortunately, like other than a few Bible verses that I've heard repeated on TV, and that's why I know they changed. Other than that, I'm not going to know anything about anything religious because I was an atheist until 2013. So I wouldn't really know much about anything religious.
Jackie says, I went to a Catholic school for 2 years but didn't pay much attention. And it could be just something that the Catholic Church did not teach, the Catholic schools, because this is the first I'm hearing of it. Maria says in a cave. A tree fort says splatter. So 2 of you say yes, and 2 of you say no. Anyone else want to chime in before we go on? All right, we're going to go on. Oh, you didn't play it. That's all right.
Long ago, Jesus was gathered with his friends in an upper room to celebrate the Passover meal. Remember that
in an upper room.
And now I know why Da Vinci's painting looks like it does, because that is accurate to the upper room. Do you remember this place? What's that, Cenacle?
Yep.
Where the Last Supper took place.
So I'm about to show you the Cenacle where the Last Supper supposedly took place, which explains why the Last Supper is painted the way it is. Like, everyone seems to be affected by the room, saying the room is wrong. But it's not. So if we go on, we can see So that is the outside. And there's another depiction of it that's accurate. Let's go on to the inside. All right, more of the outside, I'm sorry. So now we can go on to the inside. And we skipped over it. All right, so there should be 2 of these. Is there? Can you go back one and see if it's more the inside?
Nope.
That's weird. Okay, so yeah, we have Gothic arch ceilings, marble floors, stained glass windows. Like, this was like a ritzy place. Really nice. Now I understand why The Last Supper is painted in a room with windows and looking very different from my memory. New for me, says Jackie.
These images are closer to how I remember the Last Supper. I remember learning that they needed to break bread in hiding, that they gathered in a small, dark, almost cave-like room with mud walls, not the opulent setting depicted in Da Vinci's masterpiece.
Yeah, so here's some residue of what I remember. That looks nothing like what we just saw.
No.
Is this closer to your memory of the Last Supper? Dark room, low ceiling, mud walls, kind of looks like a cave. But we can go on.
Yes or no, were you aware that The Last Supper could contain hidden sheet music, that these musical notes were discovered 17 years ago,
So
2007?
yes or no in the chat. Did you know there was hidden music in The Last Supper? Jeff?
No. That I never heard.
Noise Guru and Maria remember my memory of The Last Supper. I never thought that it was a cave, says Artsy. Supernatural says, I don't seem to remember those windows in the Last Supper painting. No, I didn't know that, says Jackie, about the music. Maria says no about the music. And I check this painting often, says Jackie. Never heard about it. Okay, here's the thing. Do you know how we've covered the first, there were plates, then there were rolls, glasses of wine. Now there's flasks. There's bowls on the table. All these extra things popped up on the table, right?
Yep.
Well, that's the music. Go on. No music, says Artsy.
That's it.
No, there's more.
Nope.
Hold up. There's a ton more. Hold on 1 minute. Let me go to Flickr. Let me see what's going on. The upload failed. All right, Jeff, I'm going to play a song, unless you want to play a song.
No.
All right, I have to upload these. It's going to take me 2 minutes, so I'll play one of Ray's music. If you want to run to the bathroom or something or get a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Oh, I wish I had it. Actually, can you play one of the video I made for Ray's song if I send you the link?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go get that. Because I made a video for Ray. Might as well play that one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It kicked me out for a second. All right, the link is in the chat, in the private chat. All right, guys, we're going to play a song. I'm going to fix this folder. We'll be right back. You guys want to fill up a coffee, heat up a coffee, run to the bathroom, whatever you got to do. We'll be right back, though, for the last presentation. Well, to finish this presentation. And then, yeah. So let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So this is the Ray's song, Give It Your Soul, and it's the video I made for him.
Sing it, bitch. Basically living in the matrix, NASA fakes it. Test the rap, I aced it. Spaceships don't take space trips. It's ridiculous and dangerous to our minds. Watching the Challenger exploded 8-6. In school eating Lay's chips. As my day shifts, I'll take the night. She said she likes it like this. I got words to play with. Read about it on page 6. I ain't been the same since I saw the earth is a flat disc. Now I get blackballed and blacklisted. Fantastic, you globally flatulent. Your wife looks African and masculine. I knew it was a matrix since before logo changes. Earth is flat like old soda pop. The moon is not a floating rock. Control the block, don't blow the spot. That was a warning shot. Sing it, bitch. Give it, give it, give it your soul. Give it, give it your soul. Give it, give it your soul. Give it, give it, give it your soul. Your soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Say, so much trouble in the world today. When you see the simulation, everything is okay. You can call me Rasta, even Andre. Cooking up the pasta with no delay. Portland, Oregon is the place where I play. Even when it's raining, I go out and say, hey, we got rivers, breeze, and trees. Everything now when you know I'm in need. I just get the weed from the corner store. Oh yeah, cause we got even more than you could even imagine. And you know it's the best. Cause I just gonna have to puff out my chest. I don't need no ego though, cause it's been depleted. Everything now but the mystery is completed. Cause I know the truth why I'm in the booth. Cause I gotta come and just give it to you. Dr. Hawthorne, yeah, that's my name. Head of the nut house, they think I'm playing a game. Sovereign, yeah, my soul's intact. Bob Marley has returned, as a matter of fact. Shot the sheriff, no, I don't need no gun. Using my chainsaw is much more fun. Or maybe my bat. Her name's Lucille. Think that I won't? Yeah, I probably will. I don't need no redemption when I'm singing this song. Sandy knows the hook, she's probably singing along. I don't condone violence though, because that shit's whack. I'd rather hit it with the music, as a matter of fact. When the music hits, it may cause you pain or ease your mind like Prince Purple Rain. I don't want to sit and wait in vain. Your political circus, it is hurting my brain. I'm a sofa king, like an eagle I'll soar. I manifest to be the best, my chakras adore. I don't need medication, cause I'm feeling just fine. Lively up yourself with your spiritual wealth. Quit eating sugar, cause that shit's bad for your health. It's no wonder you're sick. I can look in the fridge, it's straight up disgusting what they fed me as a kid. Give it, give it, give it your soul. Give it, give it your soul. Give it, give it your soul. Give it your soul. Cause you can't stop me no matter how hard you try. Go ahead and call the cops, they probably smoking too. I
We'll give it to him, take a big puff, blow it in the sky. Yeah, you know it's enough. We're gonna do it, pursue it every day and night. Late night live, yeah, we're gonna get it right. Keep it so true, yeah, just for you. All of these things, hip hop, what we pursue, we. So, say, so much trouble in the world today. When you see the simulation, everything is okay. You can call me Rasta, even entree. Cooking up the pasta with no delay. Portland, Oregon is the place where I play. Even when it's raining, I go out and say, hey, we got rivers, breeze, and trees. Everything now when you know I'm in need, I just get the weed.
And I'm back. I don't know if Jeff is. He's back. Thanks for waiting, everyone.
All
I hope you
right.
enjoyed the video.
You made that video?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
All right. So we got. So is it a separate folder here, or is it?
Nope. I just added it the same one. You just have to refresh it.
Okay.
Hey, General Sorrow.
Hey, General Sorrow.
So as a recap, I was telling you about the music discovered in 2007, and it was discovered because of all the stuff that we've discovered added to the table thanks to the Mandela effect. And it starts with a video. So there's only 2 more extra slides in there, the video and the final slide.
Okay.
Because I'm going to play the music for you, which is linked in the description, by the way. Here we go. So guys, this is the music that was found in The Last Supper. But if you want to read it first.
It's just a theory, but this video shows the notes and plays the music. Is this new for you?
So that is the music. And for those of you wondering why they went from, apparently back in Da Vinci's day, music was played from right to left. So that's why they played it that way.
Am I alone on these? Have you always known about the sheet music and or the opulent upper room? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
All right, guys, we're on to Apollo 11, the final Mandela of the night. There's a lot here, too. So. Here we go. We need to talk about the Apollo 11 moon landing video. I see a couple things that do not match my memory of the video. Okay, so I'm not saying it's real or not. I don't think it's real. But, you know, I mean, we're just talking about memory of the video and memory of the astronauts. Okay? But one of them could be a Mandela and or an inserted Manskuse. I'm going to get to that too. The first question is the possible Mandela that may also be a Newman excuse? Yes or no? Do you recall an antenna, possibly retractable antenna, on the life support pack of the Apollo 11 astronaut suit? So the backpack thing they wore. Yes or no, do you recall the backpack, which is the life support system, having an antenna? Jeff, I already know your answer. Because
Yeah.
I asked you last night.
Mhm.
Maria says no.
That would be Maria's answer.
Dave is no. General Sorrow says, General Sorrow said, I'd say there have to be one. There had to be one. Hey, Adam, for Christ. Just in time for the last presentation. General Sorrow says, no, I don't recall a visible one. No, it's not about Houston. We have a problem. That was Apollo 13, by the way. We are solely talking about Apollo 11. And Jeff, I'm going to blow your mind with something that I found out after I talked to you last night.
Oh, cool.
Adam for Christ is no. Never seen one. Seems likely, though, says Ken Raz. Can UHF radio travel 200,000 miles? I guess so. That's they're communicating with tower control. Antenna. There was no antenna ever on the Twin Tower building. Right. I agree. Just a wire attached to something, says Splatter. Right. That's what I'm getting at, too. All right, we can go on, Jeff. To the next question. Question 2. Not this helmet. Okay. What color do you recall the sun visor on the Apollo 11 lunar helmet? So the visor that comes down over the clear part. 1, clear. 2, amber yellow. Or 3, gray black. 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. What color was the visor that reflected like a mirror so you could see in the background stuff? Like whatever they were looking at, you could see it. It reflected off the helmet. You remember 1, 2, or 3. Clear, amber yellow, or gray black is number 3. Dave says mirror. Maria says 2. Supernatural Bible Changes says 3. Noise Guru is 2. Splatter is 3. Everjosh is 2. Adam for Christ is 2. We have a split reality. Two, but appears as one in black and white, says General Sorrow. Right now, the split is 50-50 if you include Jeff and I.
Yeah.
We can continue. Go ahead. In my past, the visor was dark. I remember an almost opaque, polarized black-gray visor. Mind you, I've been to NASA. I have seen things in color, not just a black and white video. The dark color was the reason the visor reflected what they were looking at so well, almost as clearly as a mirror. But it is gold. Like half of you remember. Those of you that said 3, does this look right to you? Because it does not look right to me. Manscuse, noun, a word I totally made up. Current reality facts or Mandela excuses that conveniently explains away that Mandela effect. Example, the CDC was now the Center for Disease Control from 1971 to 79. So, of course, they claim we remember Center for Disease Control because it was that from 71 to 79. No.
Before we were either born or could understand
Correct.
it at all or know about it at all.
Right. But the sun visor, which slides down over the clear visor, has always been a golden amber color. Some of you do recall too, but not me. It was not gold. That looks ridiculous to me.
Me too.
I also have no memory of an antenna sticking up from their life support pack. Do you? It has to be a retractable one because there are images where the antenna is not visible. So 3 of these images are from the original video that we have seen many, 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 many times. And 2 of them are, one is a statue and one is dolls. So do we recall this antenna sticking up out of the pack? Because I do not. Preliminal thought it was 1, clear with no color. No antenna, says Maria. Jackie does not recall there being sun visors and space helmets. General Sorrow says no. Anyone else? Do you recall these antennas? The antenna looks wrong to me. Supernatural Bible changes. Funny you should say that, Everjosh. I'm actually going to show you the antenna with them. Remember how I said, pause it for 1 second? Remember how I said that inserted reality manscuse? Well, now they're going to say that we're seeing wires, that it's really the antenna. Dave the Damo is no. Antenna looks silly, says Maria. Adam for Christ is no. Joe Bloor says, I do remember you couldn't see their faces in the helmets, but not gold. Right, me too. All right, so here we go. In my opinion, the antenna, which has always existed in this reality, is a manscuse, meant to debunk the theory that we never went to the moon, meant to explain away the wires people see. Those flashes of light are now on the antenna, not a wire. Do you remember the antenna? Because I do not. Liminal says, yeah, no gold. Now, this comes from the Y files. So if you want to play.
Does this look natural? Or does it look like he's being lifted by wires?
Houston, Apollo 11, are you ready? Apollo 11, this is Houston. Go ahead.
Nice screenshots coming up.
In pretty fine shape. About all we can see from here. Okay, and reference to your question on this step 13.
Did you see the flash? Yeah, they're going to say it's the antenna now. I know it.
Does this look natural? Or does it look like he's being lifted by wires?
Also, I do not remember the dangling apple, as they call it, to release the oxygen or a cod piece on the suit. A cod piece is that triangular flap over their family jewels, which makes no sense because they are catheterized, so they wouldn't need a flap to use the bathroom. Does anyone remember the dangling apple that actually looks like a cherry to me? Anybody remember a ball, a red ball, dangling from the front of the suit? And a triangular patch in the crotch region? Because I do not. Dangling apple. That's their word. They call it an apple, not me, General Sorrow. Spotter says no. Maria says nope. Jeff, you said no as well, correct?
Right.
Yep. All right, we can go on. So here we have these are from the Smithsonian. These are official diagrams with, you know, labels. And here we have antenna on the top right. Bottom left. Can you zoom in the bottom left one, please? You can see oxygen purge valve and apple, and it literally sticks out the front of the suit. And then in the front right, we have the bottom right, you have the apple from the front and that cod piece shape that I don't remember. It's okay. I'm just showing you all the antennas. I mean, we have the patent from 1973. Just gold and antennas and cod. Like the cod piece on the top left is ridiculous how much it stands out. But there's no apple there. I'll give them that. Keep going. Again, diagram showing everything within antenna. Gold front on the top right. But notice there's no antenna there. We also have an antenna on the bottom left, antenna on the bottom right. Okay. Just people remembering gold, reproductions with gold, antennas. Now that's actually Armstrong's suit on the bottom right with an antenna. Go ahead. More gold helmets. Antenna on the back of... Now, look at that antenna on the bottom right. Can you zoom in? That looks like a wire to me. That looks like a wire.
Yep.
But they're going to say that, oh no, it's an antenna. You're just seeing it wrong. Ignore what your eyes see and trust what we say.
Yep.
Look at all these antennas, people. Hey, check out the one on the bottom right, though. That's supposed to be in the museum. And it's got the gold thing, which I remember being black, like a black, smoky black gray. But it does not have an antenna. No antenna. Which is why I have to say it's probably retractable. Okay, so here's some residue. All right, so the top right is just that the apple is not there. Same with the top left. We don't have the apple. The cod piece is there, but no apple. But Lego made a full-size Armstrong NASA spacesuit with the smoky black gray that I remember. And for some reason, can you zoom in on the bottom left? That helmet is gray, not gold. On the bottom. On the bottom. Under his hand. There you go. Gray, not gold. Okay, next. Here's some Apollo 11 and astronaut residue of the black visor, not the gold. Like I remember. Also, we have lack of antennas. More black visor. Also no antennas. And also on the top right is the history of the spacesuit. And we see in the middle Apollo 11, years used 1969 and 1974. And the visor is not gold, it's black. I also don't see an antenna there. More black visors. Oh, this one's interesting. So this is a model. Looking from the top, there's no hole for a retractable antenna, and there is no antenna.
No.
But it does have a gold visor. Is any of this a Mandela effect for you, like they are for me? Do you believe the antenna is a reality insert to explain away the wires people have seen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And that's all, folks, for tonight. Yep. Yep, exactly. Noise Guru says, yes, Sandy, ignore what you see and believe what I say. That sums up the media and the government nowadays. Aliens were always depicted with antenna back then. This is General Sorrow. Gray, not gold, says General Sorrow. That is true, Joe Bloor. They did. He stole the dune buggy from them filming the moon landing, and then drove through the wall with it. 100%. Joe Bloor says, thanks for I can't click on Joe's comment. What the heck? There we go. Thanks for the show, Jeff and Sandy. Well, you're very welcome. Thank you guys for being here at this strange day and time. We're happy you guys could make it. And if you guys can, I don't know if you saw my community post. Please go watch my 2 shorts, because YouTube is not put it. I was talking to Jeff last night. I'm like, I only got 50 views in like 12 hours. 50 views. I'm like, I'm just going to re-upload it. And Jeff said, yeah, that's what you do. You re-upload it. So I did. I re-uploaded it. It got like 4 views in 4 hours.
Oh, God.
It was even worse by re-uploading it. So if you can, please go watch the Thunder short and the Snow White Mandela short, because the more people that watch it and like it and leave a comment, just comment what you remember, that will force YouTube to start showing it to more people. Please, if you can. It's only a minute long. All right, Jeff, do you want to do a shout out?
Yeah, I'll do a quick one.
That sounds good. Then we're going to head out, guys. And we'll see you Saturday night again.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. We had, let's see if it'll let me go to the top. Or at least
Boston
close.
Ray was the first one tonight.
Yep, Boston Ray. Here we go. Boston Ray. Me and Sandy. Roger Ledwell. Sadly Karen. John Nada. Graffiti Tattooed. Sajar Mandela Effect. Jackie McCarran. Richard Minnick. Teresa Lynch was here. Dave the Demo. Maria.
I'm just going to interrupt you for 1 second. It's Damo.
Okay, Demo. Splatter.
So you know, for future reference.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Super Sidewinder was here. Joe Bloor. Valley Parks. Flat Earth. Andy.
Andy. I didn't see him. If he's still listening. Hi, Andy. Sorry.
Analog Lime, Noise Guru. That's everybody.
Did you get Dermosaro?
General
Adam
Sarr,
for Christ?
Sheriff of YouTube, Adam for Christ.
Sagar and Mandela Effect, Jose?
Yeah, got him already.
Preliminal.
Preliminal.
The Honorable Honest Hunter O'Harris or something. I forget what his new name is.
That was
here. And Boston Ray says he's the last, but he's not. Everjosh 08.
Artsy 909.
Artsy 909. Supernatural
Kenraz.
Bible Changes. Mustard Seed of Faith. Kenraz, yep. I knew there was more. I'm just looking. Yeah. We also had, sadly, Karen was here earlier.
Better Than Gold.
Better Than Gold?
Yep.
Where do you see Better Than Gold?
It's there.
I'm looking. Maybe they're on your channel.
Oh, would they show up here?
Yeah, for you, yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Welcome
Red
back,
Storm.
Boston Ray. Red Storm's here, yes. I knew we missed a lot. There was a lot.
Yeah, Bellator Senex.
Bellator Senex is here, yep.
Yeah, I think we got everybody now.
Now I think we have everybody. I'm just double checking. I'm double checking.
No. Supernatural Bible Changes.
Oh, I said her. I did.
Nightbot.
Did you say Jackie McCarran?
Yes.
Okay. Maria?
Yes. We got everyone. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the show, and have a great night.
Yes, everyone, thank you very much for being here. And like I said, we will see you Saturday. Stay well until then. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?